Hey you guys, it's Halo Doggo here, and today I wanted to talk about Gears of War 2 and why it should become remastered. So, for those of you who all know, the first Gears of War was remastered, 2 years ago now I think? Maybe last year, I don't remember for sure. But the first Gears of War game was remastered, and oh my god, I love that game so much. The first Gears of War, one of my favorite games of all time, but something that's above it is Gears of War 2. Because Gears of War 2 brought so many new things to the table that it was basically a better version of Gears of War 1. So anyways, before I get more into Gears of War 2, let's just talk about remastered games as a whole, because I don't know why, but people have been saying that remastered games shouldn't even happen, like those are old games, they should just be forgotten. No, they're classics. They should not be forgotten, and here's why. Because if they're remastered, then the new people, like new to gaming, they can experience what we experienced. Like, you know, when Gears of War Ultimate Edition came out, it was pretty nostalgic for me, and I loved it. But let's go to now. Gears of War 2 Ultimate Edition? So will it ever happen? Will Gears of War 2 Ultimate Edition ever happen? I think it will, because first of all, the graphics are getting kind of bad in my opinion. It's the worst looking Gears of War, let's just stay with that. And you might be thinking, Halo Doggo, isn't the first Gears of War the worst looking one? Well, now that we have Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Gears of War 2 is way at the bottom. See, that's how it is with Halo 3 now as well. It used to be Halo CE, but when they made an anniversary of that, then it became Halo 2, but then they made an anniversary of that, so now Halo 3 is at the bottom. So, no matter how you look at it, there's always going to be a game that's going to be at the bottom as far as graphics, but Gears of War 2... it's basically Gears of War 1, only it has a few new features and everything. Like, the UI works the same, the graphics look the same, the main menu screen looks almost identical to the first one. Not the Ultimate Edition, but the original Gears of War and Gears of War 2 look almost exactly the same. And, I really think that it should have an upgrade. And you know, like, Gears of War 2... everyone loves Gears of War 2. Personally, it's my favorite Gears of War game. It's above Gears of War 4 Ultimate Edition, the third one, definitely above Judgment. If your favorite's Judgment, ooh, okay, then we're gonna have some problems. But anyways, this is just one of my favorite games. Its graphics, it just needs to be updated. Like, its graphics are really bad, and I've also caught a little bit of lag. Like, there's a little bit of lag in the gameplay that you're watching right now. What if I was talking right as the lag happened? That would be pretty cool. But anyways, I've been seeing a lot of lag and a couple of glitches here and there. None, like, too big to where I'd have to stop playing the game. But I just wanted to address that because really, there shouldn't be, like, any glitches or anything. Because it's a great game. I love Gears of War. But anyways, why I think it will happen is because Gears of War 3 and I think Judgment got updated to Xbox One X Enhanced. So what that means is that they're running at 4K along with Halo 3. Those are just a couple of the Xbox 360 games that are playing at 4K. Now, of course, the first Gears of War isn't going to be up there because they have Ultimate Edition. And Judgment, what is its player count? Like 7 people or something? I don't think that one's ever going to get updated, like, ever again. But anyways, the second Gears of War, it's still at the bottom. It hasn't gotten an Xbox One X Enhanced update. And it's just sitting here like, hey, am I going to get one of those enhanced updates? Or am I going to get a remaster? Or, like, what's going on here? Because it's not like with Call of Duty where there's probably going to be a Modern Warfare 2 remastered, and that's why it's not backwards compatible. Gears of War 2 is backwards compatible along with the first one. But that the first one also had an Ultimate Edition. Granted, I think it was like the Ultimate Edition came out after it was put on backwards compatibility. It still doesn't make sense. Because with Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare series, everyone wants to have all three of them on the Xbox One. That's not going to happen because they're probably planning it to be the entire trilogy remastered. But the thing is, with Gears of War, even though Gears of War 2 is backwards compatible, like, Gears of War 2 is just way at the bottom. And it still hasn't gotten updated with the Xbox One X Enhanced. The graphics are the worst Gears of War graphics to date, as far as not including the very first game, but technically they're basically the same thing. But anyways, this game just needs to be remastered with an Ultimate Edition or something that includes all the DLC for free so we don't have to pay for it. And maybe something like from Gears of War Ultimate Edition, like maybe adding in an extra campaign mission, even though technically if you were getting it with the DLC it would already have that extra campaign mission, but maybe even a new multiplayer map like Halo 2 Anniversary did. So in conclusion, Gears of War 2, it's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, video game of all time. Every single time I hear its main menu screen, it just gives me nostalgia, because I'm like, oh my god, I'm actually playing this game. Same exact thing with Halo 3 as well. Like, whenever I'm playing one of those two games, and I just hear the main menu screen, I just, like, go, wow, I remember playing this game, like, 8 years ago. And it's just crazy to think that I've been playing video games for 8 years, but you know, this has also had many improvements from the first game, as in, you know, it looking a bit better. Not really, though. It having new enemies, new weapons, it has some vehicle sections, and I think that the first Gears of War had one vehicle section, but it was like in this junker where you just had to drive and then flicker lights on the krill. Even though, in Gears of War 2, I think that it would have been a nice add-on to have krill. That would have been pretty cool, but I see why they didn't add them. And also Berserkers, what happened to them as well? If you guys know, tell me in the comments, because I don't really know the lore for this game, but you know, so it had many improvements. The graphics right now are the worst, so if they were to update it, that would just be awesome with that Xbox One X enhanced 4K, or better yet, even an Ultimate Edition. Now see, the third Gears of War, it doesn't need a remaster, because A, it still holds up. The graphics are still great. Like, it kind of reminds me of Halo 1 through 3 graphics. Like, the first Gears of War and the first Halo, they're like, eh. Second Gears of War and second Halo, they're like, okay. And then third Gears of War and third Halo are like, wow, that was outstanding for its time. But anyways, it just needs either an Xbox One X enhanced update to either fix some of the lag and glitches, or it just needs to be remastered. With all DLC included, maybe even a new multiplayer / horde map. Maybe even a new game mode. So anyways, I'm gonna end the video right here. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Tomorrow, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing, but yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. And tell me in the comments, what are your thoughts on this subject about Gears of War 2 having an Ultimate Edition? Should it happen? Should it have a 4K update like Gears of War 3? Or should it just stay exactly the same way it is? Tell me in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video.
system.